Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be doing my episode review for the mid-season finale of AMC's The Walking Dead, which premiered earlier tonight. Whew, damn, man, Negan is evil. You know what, and the Saviors are a bunch of jerks in general. Now, before I go on and I keep talking too much, please be warned that this video review will be full of massive spoilers. If you have not seen the mid-season finale yet of The Walking Dead, or if you're a few episodes behind, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing big spoilers. Again, this is a doozy because it's the mid-season finale, so you have been warned. That being said, great episode. This was a great episode. It was a great way to end the first half of the season. Like, you know how each season has it's split in middle, 8 seasons, 8 episodes, and then another 8 episodes. This first 8 episodes were great. I know a lot of people had a problem with them, saying it was too slow or boring at moments, or it was kind of a downer, but I personally enjoyed every minute of it. Of course, I can't speak for every fan, but I think I speak for a lot of us who still watch and still enjoy it. And this episode gave us a lot to look forward to in the second half, and not just for the rest of the season, but for the series overall. You know, it ended with newfound hope. And it was full of bittersweet moments as well. But before I get into all of that, what I really liked about it was, it was very tense. It was very tension filled. There were a couple of moments there where you thought, oh my God, they killed off Aaron, or oh my God, they're going to kill Eugene, or they're going to kill Rosita. And fortunately, none of them died. But there were a couple of moments where they came pretty damn close. And, for a second there, I thought Negan was going to bash Rosita's head in, or if not her, he was definitely going to take a swipe at Eugene with Lucille. Maybe not kill him, but give him a nasty face wound after he manned up and owned up to, making the bullet that, damaged Lucille. Which, by the way, one of the things I liked about that scene was that we saw Negan genuinely angry, not fake haha surprise angry. He was genuinely angry, and I think he was a little rattled that he almost died, that someone almost killed him, because if he hadn't been holding Lucille in just the right way, that bullet would have hit him. Rosita, because the way they cut that scene, because it's like, oh my God, one of the Saviors shot Rosita before she could shoot Negan. But no, she actually shot Lucille, and Negan flipped a lid, genuinely angry, and I also love how much he personifies Lucille, and how deeply he actually gives a damn about someone or something, in this case, Lucille, his baseball bat. And it showed you just how angry he can get, like seriously angry. It's scary how angry he can get, or he's scary. He's extra scary when he's genuinely pissed or angry. But, I was watching with my family and we were all thinking, yeah, Spencer's going to get it. Spencer's going to get it. And, I was also thinking to myself, okay, Spencer's going to get it, and I also get the angle he's playing, but why is Negan going to kill him? I mean, why not consider his offer? And then it occurred to me, respect. Negan demands respect from his people, from the Saviors, and probably to all of those he uses fear to intimidate and to control. He commands respect. I think he considered what Spencer was proposing extremely disrespectful to Rick. He also brought up a good point that Rick was sucking it up for the good of the community and was going out there gathering supplies for him and the Saviors, while Spencer wanted Negan to do the dirty work, kill Rick, and then let Spencer be in charge. So you could see that Negan was kind of playing him out for a little bit, and he may have considered it at one point, but it was just too much disrespect on Spencer's part, and that's why Negan killed him. Oh, by the way, super graphic stabbing scene. I mean, yikes. Do we have that much intestines in here? Is that how much guts we have spilling out? And of course, he has to throw in the line of, like, he says, "You've got no guts." Right after he stabs him, he says, "Oh, there they are." And you're just like, God, damn Negan, you're an evil son of a bitch. Oh man, that was that was tough to watch. That was gross. Although even though Spencer was a bit of a weakling and kind of annoying, you don't really deserve to die like that. And I don't think Spencer was an evil person or a bad man. I do think he was very weak at certain things, and he was also concerned about his own survival and probably genuinely concerned with the survival of Alexandria. And he may have convinced himself, I'm doing the right thing by offering Negan an alternative where I'm running Alexandria, Rick's out of the picture. Or it could have been about self-preservation. But it doesn't really matter because now that he's dead and he's just one of the latest casualties of Negan. And damn, that had to be a horrible, horrible way to die. Speaking of dying, for a second there, I was, because Negan tells who is clearly one of his most trusted saviors, if he gives a command to her to kill somebody on sight, she fucking does it. And she just pointed and shot. And I don't know if she meant to hit Olivia or if she was aiming for Carl. It was probably meant to be Olivia. And, she killed her. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, it's like Spencer and Olivia, they were characters that were likable, or at least Olivia was, and they were around long enough where you sort of cared about them, so they weren't major characters that made you bawl your head off or cry like Glenn or Abraham, but they were still genuinely shocking deaths. You're like, good God, goddamn, we're all just like, we're all watching it. Me and my relatives were all like, damn, right? First Spencer getting stabbed, and then they immediately shoot Olivia. We're all like, geez, it is getting bloody here. But you know what? Despite the bloodshed, it was a really, really good episode. It was full of great character moments. I love Father Gabriel advising Rosita. I love Rosita really taking in what he was saying, even though she still tried to kill him, and she was ready to die for it. That was still really impressive. I was worried for a moment. They're like, oh my God, they're going to kill Eugene. They're going to kill Eugene. But Negan is smart enough to recognize a good opportunity when he sees one. He's like, oh, this guy can make bullets. Okay, you're coming with me. So, of course, now he's going to make poor Eugene make bullets for him and his whole savior army. So at least Eugene is alive for now. And some other great character moments was Aaron's philosophy about, at least my heart's still beating. And speaking of beating, God damn, that guy took a hell of a beating, the poor bastard. And the saviors are dicks, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. It's not just Negan. Arat's a bitch. That chick with that tattoo who's kind of flirting with Spencer is a bitch. And then you got David, the creepy pedophile-ish type guy. And then of course, the other guy who was just beating the hell out of Aaron. He and David. I don't know the other guy's name, but they were just giving it to him. And which makes sense because these are all people that Negan probably liked and handpicked to be his soldiers because they're all just as nasty as he is. And one of the many pluses to, even though this episode had share of moments, at least Daryl is safe and back and sound with his allies. That was such a great moment when we see the look on Maggie's face that she recognizes somebody she knows is approaching. And sure enough, it's our group, and they all hug. It's a bittersweet moment because they're all still in mourning over Glenn and Abraham, but there's this bittersweet feeling of hope and a restoration of confidence. And the perfect metaphor and symbol for that is Daryl returning Rick's Python Colt to him. Because, they were showing the gun behind Fat Joey. I'm like, why is Daryl looking at the pistol? I don't see the significance there. I mean, he's probably going to take it to use it, but I don't know why they're focusing on it. And then I realized, Fat Joey had his Colt. Of course he did. That's right. He had his Colt pistol on him. And it was so great seeing Daryl safe and sound with his allies. And Jesus was there, of course. So everybody's safe and sound for the moment. But I also loved that with, going along with great character moments, I loved Michonne and Rick having their little one-on-one about, yeah, this is the way it is for now, but we've got to start fighting back. And I think Olivia and Spencer's deaths were just the pushing point or the motivation Rick needed to say, enough is enough. We are not going to live by the Savior's rules anymore. So I think we're in for a very, very big treat when the show returns in February. Not sure of an exact return date yet, but it is coming. Well, guys, what did you think of the first half of Season 7? Did you like it? Did you hate parts of it? Did you like certain episodes over others? Please feel free to leave your comments and feedback and your opinions down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. No internet trolling, please. You can disagree with each other, but please do so in a polite and civilized manner. The Walking Dead returns to AMC this February. Stay subscribed to this channel for further updates and coverage on The Walking Dead. Subscribe now. You can also check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening for another episode review. I hope you found it informative and somewhat entertaining. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a great rest of the night. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.